What's up, savvy expats? In this video, we go on property viewings with our VIP client, Austin, hailing all the way from Washington, D.C. A little background on Austin. He retired at the ripe age of only 44 years old as a bar and club owner in D.C. And when we hopped on our first call, he said to me, Evan, I want to live like a king when I move to the Philippines. I want that top 1%er lifestyle. And for those of you that want to see what top dollar gets you in BGC, having a budget of over $10,000 per month, feel free to stick through this video because we're going to be viewing the top condos within the city, and we're going to show you what money really buys you in this country. So without further ado, let's see how to live like a king in the Philippines. Alright, savvy expats, so on to the first unit of the day with the man Austin. Austin, how are we doing today?
Fantastic, buddy.
Amazing. So this unit in particular, Austin, was your favorite unit, actually the second unit of the day that for your viewings. For this unit, why would you say this was your favorite in BGC?
Honestly, I think it's because it matches usually where I kind of live, like in Japan or in DC or Houston. This is the same type of style that I'm looking for, more westernized.
Right.
High-end furniture and furnishings, which, because I don't want to have to deal with that. So it just takes away a lot of the decision points and stress that a lot of us usually have. So again, the easier I can make my time and transition here, the better. Absolutely.
And so walking into this unit, here we have the living room. And one of the main things that Austin stressed to me was the furnishing of this place. When you look at the furnishings of this place, this unit, which is actually around 190,000 pesos per month, or $3,500 per month, roughly, and 150 square meters in size, which is very sizable. You can see that just the furnishings all throughout, immediately walking into the living room, is not only simple, but high quality and very modern. I really don't think you can go wrong with this place, brother.
Yeah, but and it's well within budget.
Yeah, well within budget. We were actually talking on one of our first calls that we had. You were saying that a priority for you is really living a high quality lifestyle, and we always talk about on the channel living like a top 1% expat. And I think with the budget range that you have in terms of the unit, you're getting top 1% units in BGC and Makati for sure. Now, one of the other highlights was the view, so let's go take a look at that. And really quick, if you've been doing your research on how to move to the Philippines, you already know how overwhelming it gets. There's so much information out there, half contradicts the other half, and you don't know who to trust. So what I did is I put together something that cuts through all the noise. It's called the Savvy Expat Digest. It's a free weekly newsletter where I break down exactly what you need to know when it comes to living here and moving here, straight from somebody who's actually done it. And when you sign up, you'll get instant access to my free guide, How to Move to the Philippines in Under 90 Days. It's a step-by-step guide, no BS, no fluff. The link is in the description of this video. It only takes 10 seconds to sign up, and you'll have it in your inbox right after you sign up. Okay, so here we have the living room, guys. And then this view is special because Austin gets a view here of the American Memorial Cemetery. To have a view like this, very few residents in BGC get a view of the American Memorial Cemetery. And there's also a view of Laguna Bay in the back as well. Talk to me, Austin. I mean, you've lived in several different countries. This unit in particular, I mean, you said it kind of matches the quality of what you're looking for, even abroad as well. And another thing that you mentioned was that if you're looking at the other units in BGC, you would have to swap out the furniture, right? How important would you say it is for you, I mean, to have like a unit like this where you wouldn't have to like swap out the furniture? You mentioned that it's modern as well.
Well, for me, it's a very important aspect in my decision making, and probably the biggest thing that I know is probably going to be on people's minds is why this place, why this budget when you could buy another place for 1/10 the price. And I get all of that, I understand that, but as far as location, view, experience, and then just the lack of needing to almost do anything, which allows me to spend more time making the money that we do. So it's effortless. It's in the end, that's what you're paying for. I'm paying for convenience, and I accept the premium that I have to pay for that convenience. And to be honest, this is on the lower end, but I'm already very impressed with the unit.
Absolutely. And what's impressive to me, and like I mentioned, guys, we're looking at Arya right now. This was the only building within BGC that you were like, okay, if I'm moving to BGC, it has to be Arya.
That's correct.
And the reason why that's so impressive is because you looked at Grand Hyatt, you looked at East and West Gallery Place, before Austin moved out here, I told my team, look guys, this is our VIP client. He's looking at only the best places within BGC at a top range budget. We showed him all different of the top buildings in BGC, but Arya specifically was your favorite. What would you say made Arya your favorite building within BGC, Austin?
You know, it's funny because I've only been here a couple times, but I've already met some people that I would consider to be friends, just waiting in the lobby or hanging out in the different amenity areas. And then down below us, you have the Starbucks, a small bar. So I can already see myself integrating with the local population or residents, not the population. And so I can see some friendships starting from there. And all of them are very successful. They are. So I mean, if you can place yourself with people that are a higher caliber than even you are, then that's the only way to grow, right? As we've learned. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And just the people here are friendly, at the same time professional, and they all have their own thing going on. So it's a little bit quieter in Arya compared to the rest of the BGC area that I've seen, which is not a thing. It's a trade-off. Depends on what you want. But if I'm going to be traveling out, it's going to be nice to come home to a smaller unit that's in the middle of a very, very prestigious area.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the interior. I appreciate that, Austin. So again, here we have the living room. I mean, the furniture, guys, I can't stress enough. It's very simple, but extremely modern, very up to date. One of the hardest things that you find, which you've seen in my other property tours in BGC, is just finding units that have quality furniture and actually taste with the furniture. So here we have the 6-person dining table, and then walking further over here, what I like is that the kitchen actually connects to the hallway. So here we have the kitchen. You have this nice sort of countertop space here. What are your thoughts on the kitchen, Austin?
I mean, to be fair, for those of you who I've seen a lot of the comments in the videos, I'm not going to spend too much time in this area. This is more for the yaya. But I mean, they have plenty of room for the food and for whatever cooking that they're going to be doing. I usually eat out anyway, but it's nice to have a kitchen in case you do have guests or friends over. They have a nice little place to lay out a spread. So yeah, I won't be spending too much time in the kitchen. And for me, actually, that's a good thing because this is not a larger size kitchen. I've seen other units where the kitchen takes up a lot more space. I find this is actually better for me because more of the space is to the dining and the living room and then the bedroom and less space for the actual kitchen.
Yep.
So
Exactly. And like I was saying, one of the main things that I feel like I really resonated with you on our video, our first call, Austin, was that you were looking for like that top 1% lifestyle within BGC, within Manila. And for us, what we'd say would consider or put us into like a category of wanting to live a high quality life here is wanting convenience. Like that was the number one thing. So in the future, when you come back out here for the full move, we'll be looking for maids for you, drivers for you, and ultimately living that high quality lifestyle within Manila. But kitchen, all in all, very simple. Will not be seeing Austin in this area very often. And then on this side here we have, of course, the just more countertop space, cabinet space, and the refrigerator. On the left hand side, this connects to the living room. We take a right over here, and then we also have the master bedroom. So we'll walk into the master bedroom. This really is the highlight before we jump into the other bedrooms. Master bedroom, a very sizable and spacious bedroom area, king size bed. And I just love these little touches right here. I mean, nice little space here for the handbags.
Don't really need those, but it's good to have them there.
Absolutely. And then here we have the TV. And then again, a second balcony. Rare to find a second balcony in one unit within BGC. Looking out to the same view as well. You can have your morning coffee here, yeah.
We're right down at the Starbucks right below us.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a wonderful thing about Arya. You have several coffee shops, restaurants, salons.
Basically, you wouldn't have to leave the area, which is not obviously ideal. You do want to leave, but if you did want to just spend a week, or if you travel a lot, you come back. I'll be going to Japan and India and a lot of places. So to have some place you can come back, and even if it's just for a week, to just kind of decompress, this is definitely one of those good areas for that.
100%. I mean, again, it goes back to the whole convenience thing that we talked about earlier. And then over here, what do we have here on this side, Austin?
This is just full closet space.
Closet space.
I'll probably utilize very little of this. I'll spend most of my time traveling, but it is nice to have it all. Or if you end up with a friend or a companion, maybe she'll or he will take up a lot more of the space, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling that you're just gonna take up this, and then
probably
the rest is not yours. But wow, I mean, yeah, this is a very sizable walk-in closet. That's nice. And then walking further into the unit, here we have the bathroom. Simple bathroom here as well. The stand-up shower right over here, guys. And then the sink and toilet right there. And then we have the second bedroom, yeah? So the second bedroom.
Second bathroom,
yeah, and the second bathroom as well. So
I like how much attention to detail was put even into the guest room.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing about this unit, guys. What I noticed is just the attention to detail is just way higher quality than the other units I see in BGC. And again, of course, we are working with like a higher budget range. Typically in our other videos, we're looking at units that are $1,000 per month, tops $2,000 per month. But
I mean, you can find some great units at that range. I mean, I've seen your videos, and also I've seen what your team does, and I will plug out to Evan and his team. I would highly recommend that you utilize this team, not just for the rooms. Obviously, you can find agents anywhere, but to find the agents, to find the logistical support and friendship even that comes with working with Evan and his team is just fantastic, and it is far, far worth the cost.
I appreciate that, Austin. And so, Savvy Expats, that is a wrap on part 1 of our property viewings with Austin. That particular unit at Arya Residences was Austin's favorite unit of all of the units that we showed him in BGC. And you may be wondering, Evan, I thought Philippines was supposed to be affordable. I thought it was supposed to be cheaper than that. Arya Residences, for those of you that are looking for an exclusive private residence with high security where you're in a good community. A lot of the people that are staying there are either celebrities, politicians, diplomats. That really is a reason why Arya Residences is a little bit higher in price. And as you saw, it is a very spacious unit compared to the other units that we show you in BGC, where they're a little bit more cramped for a smaller budget range. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Stick around for our part 2 with Austin, where we go on more viewings with him. And if you're also looking for help with your relocation to the Philippines, just like Austin, and you want all the A to Z logistics taken care of for you so that you don't have to stress out about your move, feel free to book a call with me in the link description down below, and we'll set up a game plan just like what I did with Austin. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, and God bless.